So a month has gone by and I haven't done a fan mail, so it's started to pile up a little bit. So, whew, let's get started with this. We got a bunch of different packages from Daniel Skinner in here in a box that I'm not sure who it is from. So let's go ahead and get started with our first package from Daniel Skinner. Package number one, we've got the 355. This is a 2022 release that Daniel and I have been talking about since they first played the first trailer. And in January, I was just super busy and super tired after all of my Spider-Man content. So I just kind of was like, I can't do everything I want to do. I can't see everything I want to see. So one of the movies I missed was this one, even though I typically like these types of action thrillers. Next up is Guillermo del Toro's Crimson Peaks, a film I have not seen yet, but with another Guillermo del Toro movie coming out this year, I know he's interested in me doing a ranking of his films. I am interested in doing a ranking of his films, but last year, once again, he had a movie come out right around Spider-Man, and so Spider-Man was just a steamroller that just took everything else out, that just dominated my time and everything that I saw right around it. So I just didn't have time to get it watched to do a Guillermo del Toro ranking at the time. And the other one in here is Kronos, another Guillermo del Toro film. And I guess these are the, at least this one is the Criterion. Is this one not? I guess one of these is the Criterion Collection version of it, so those are always very cool Blu-ray. So thank you very much, Daniel Skinner, though we got many packages from you, so I'll keep saying thank you all throughout this. Next up, what do we have here? First up, we have Misery, a film that somehow I've never seen. I don't know why I've never seen it, but somehow I have never seen the movie Misery, and so I've only heard amazing things, even from people like Cody Leach, who knows my taste in movies well and seems to indicate that I would like it. I think that happened. Sometimes I have conversations in my head with people that don't actually happen. Maybe that's a bad sign. Next up, Days of Thunder, the Tony Scott race car film with Tom Cruise. I saw this one in the theater when it first came out. Tom Cruise was at the top of the world, and this was even before he was action movie guy. So I saw that one in the theater, but I'm not sure if I've seen it since then, which is kind of crazy to think about that, you know, with the Tom Cruise movie, I saw it when it came out and haven't seen it since. Then we have LA Confidential. This is a cool one. If you haven't seen LA Confidential, highly recommend checking this one out. It's a period piece, kind of crime thriller in LA, as you can imagine, with Russell Crowe and Guy Pearce and well, Kevin Spacey, Kim Basinger. Just a phenomenal cast about, you know, corrupt police and just a nice movie with fallen, broken characters and just all the stuff you want from a crime thriller. So if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that one. And then Layer Cake, another movie that I was planning on watching in December to do a Matthew Vaughn ranking when The Kingsman came out. But then the force that was Spider-Man happened, and there's just too much going on. I was too busy. I think it's a real shame that they decided to release The Kingsman and The Matrix, and also, you know, Nightmare Alley all right around Spider-Man, because it just sucked all the air out of the room. Everything went to Spider-Man, and you know, I don't regret the choices that I made, but I regret that I had to make those choices. Not because of my part, because everyone else put things up against it that, you know, that was very good for my channel to do all the Spider-Man content, and I wish, you know, Kingsman comes out 2 weeks earlier. Just put it, Matrix comes out 2 weeks earlier. It's not competing with Spider-Man at that point in time. Nothing came out 2 weeks before Spider-Man. It's just like a dead week. When they could have dropped either one of those movies, I would have had a week of Matrix content. And no, instead they decided to release it right in the middle of Spider-Man Mania. Studios, why do you do these things? Why do you make these choices? Oh, we got books in here. Very cool, very cool. Okay, these are the Dune sequels. Dune Messiah and Children of Dune. In the past, he already sent me the first Dune, and so he's a big Dune guy, so he sent me Dune on 4K and then the 1984 one, and so he's trying to get, and he sent me the miniseries as well, so he's getting me all Duned up so I can be an expert on Dune whenever we get Dune Part 2, and I hope that's the case as well, that I can be much more versed in it, because I intentionally went into the new one wanting to know nothing, wanting to not be exposed to it, and so then hopefully this next round I can have a different experience intentionally. All right, and then we got one more with several movies and one more standalone package. We got Hot Tub Time Machine, a movie I've seen about 10 minutes of it. I remember like I started it and just didn't have time to finish it, so I haven't seen the whole thing, but I've seen the first 10 minutes of it. That's all I've seen of it, and it made me laugh, but that's all as much I can say about it because I haven't seen much more. Then Stand By Me, another one of these movies that I haven't seen. And it's weird that I haven't seen it, and Cody Leach has certainly told me I need to watch this one. Somehow I haven't seen it, though. I just missed it. Next up, a movie I have seen, Basic Instinct from Paul Verhoeven, in the middle of the early 90s where erotic thrillers were all over the place, and then he did the biggest one, the boldest one of them all, where the original Ant-Man gets all seduced by Sharon Stones. I've seen this one many times. Not recently, but I've certainly seen that one. And well, yeah, never mind. Almost had a little rabbit trail there. And then we have a very different film, John Carter, a film that I only saw it one time, and I saw it when I was really tired, so I was also kind of like falling asleep while I watched it, which is an unfair way to watch it. But a movie that is has gone down in history as one of the biggest box office bombs of all time, which is a shame because it doesn't deserve to be that. It was just marketed horribly. It was marketed in a confusing manner, and they left things out of the title, and they didn't capture the actual energy of John Carter and the mythology and how important it is to the sci-fi genre and all the things that it influenced. And so then it just kind of rang hollow whenever kind of came out. Final one in here from Daniel Skinner, I think. We got a big box over here, but I don't know if that's from him. Oh, very cool. Excellent. Oh, excellent. This is a nice one to close out on. They Live from John Carpenter on 4K. Now, my introduction to They Live actually comes from the video game Duke Nukem 3D, where the start of the shareware version involves Duke Nukem slightly misquoting a very famous line from this movie. And I was like, oh, that's from a movie? I need to check out that movie. And that's right when I was discovering John Carpenter, and Vampires was coming out at that point in time. And I'd seen Escape from New York, and I think I'd seen Escape from LA. It was like all right in that window of time. And then I discovered They Live, and all sorts of the cheesiness, the awesomeness, just another classic John Carpenter B-movie in the best sense of the word. So very, very cool on that one. And that'll bring us to the big box that I don't know what this one is. Let's see what we got in here. Okay. We have a Target box inside of a Target box. Okay. Oh, this is fun. What is this one? Oh, wow. Oh, check this out. This is cool. I didn't know what to expect from that box. I was not expecting this. If you haven't seen Star Trek II, don't look at it, and you can end the video right now. If you have seen Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, it's the final moment between Kirk and Spock as a jumbo-sized Funko. That is cool. I didn't... maybe there's a name. There's a piece of paper. Looks like it's from Kevin. Kevin, thanks. That is cool. That is a very thoughtful Funko to pick out one of my favorite movies of all time, one of the great movie deaths of all time, one of the great movie scenes of all time in Funko form. That is really, really cool. Man, thank you guys so much. Whether a Funko or a whole bunch of movies and books from Mr. Skinner, the fact that you guys think about me, saw something like that, wanted to send it my way, had movies that you're passionate about that you want me to watch. Thank you so much. It means the world to me that you guys watch, that you like, that you comment. All of that means the world to me. Thank you so much. Keep talking movies and TV too much.